Hey all, how you doing? Hi. Dean has given me the thumbs up. I've got people coming in right and left in the waiting room, so that's awesome. Hi, Diane and Cree. Hey, I hear Janet is also doing a training. It starts in like 30 minutes. Is that right? Or no, am I wrong? Does somebody want to fill me in on that? You can unmute and tell me.
I'll be quite honest, there's just so many trainings going on right now that I can't even keep up with them.
Well, yeah, and sometimes you just got to pick one and stick with it,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
I'm
And I
doing
decided, I'm all in on the 90-day challenge and I'm sticking with the 90-day challenge and I will catch the replays of the others.
I had to catch the replay today of Robin's
Yeah, I
because,
did too.
Monday we do an experienced, and then Tuesday I do my own team, and we're planning like something really fun for our whole entire month in our groups. And then tonight's going to be really focused on working. But let's start it off. Like, hey, Lynette, it is so good to see you guys. I feel like I know people better now. It's so crazy. Um, I just got done with the dentist, and I am surprised that I can even talk to you guys because I have one of those unfortunate mouths that, as I've aged, it's kind of attacked my mouth more than other places. So I am completely numb. I am going to take a GLP-X and I'm going to eat a little avocado to go with it, with some Himalayan salt, because that might be all I have tonight. Oh, all right. Melissa's OtterBox is here. Fantastic. All right. And Dina is going to help me co-host tonight. She's going to jump in. I don't know if you guys know Dina. She is amazing. I was just telling Melissa, I love hearing from her because she just brings like a fresh perspective. And I know she was celebrating something in our experienced Rising Stars. And it was just really great because sometimes, it can appear that your team might be unplugged or they're not, engaged. Oh, there's that word from this weekend. And really, we're just engaged in a different way. We're taking a slightly different approach. And I think it's really good, like a good thing to remember. We're not all the same. We don't all do things the same way. And that's okay. That's great. Um, so what's the good word? Let's drop in our wow. Wow of the week. All right. Personal business achievement does not have to be an enrollment. That's the good news. Thank God, because my enrollments are way down. It is the slowest month that I have had in probably a year. And that means it's slow. It is slow, slow, slow. And that's because people are redirecting their spending right now for vacationing, having fun, um, all the good things, family, church, travel. And some people are already gearing up for school year. I'm way beyond that, but my daughter has talked about the school supply list. There's all kinds of things going on right now. So drop in your wow. What was your win of the week? You don't have to have a lot. It doesn't have to be like this super big thing. The little things add up. My wow of the week is that I went through all of my posts before tonight, and I needed to move from a piece of paper to an Excel spreadsheet. And I've gone through all my July posts and I've written out all my likes and loves. and my comments, and I learned some things about my audience and some things I gotta fix. The other wow, yeah, I was a top performer for Robin's team, which we are all a part of, and that was pretty cool. But the bigger wow was that my partners downline, Stacy and Chris Wells, were also top performers, and they have only been building their business for 4 months. And that was cool. That was pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got here. Jamie, rock on. You did a live today. That is fantastic. Business call. Sometimes we got to take time for ourselves. Regionals with Helaman. Nice. Oh, cool. Lots of leads from a social event. That's right. Dina did some in-person and it was just authentic, right? Sweet. Who liked or loved a reel? Okay. So I want to ask you guys, and it's okay, whatever you say, there is no right or wrong answer. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being I am a rock star, I could do this in my sleep, I could teach somebody else. 1 being I don't even know where to find what you're talking about. I don't even know what to do. I am clueless as to what you're even mentioning. And there are going to be a couple people that say a 1 because they're new tonight. How are we feeling, not doing, but feeling with having the tools, the resources, and putting into action, sending out at least 1 reach out a day for a like or a love or a comment, which is a hot lead, or a new friend? 1 to 5. I could do this in my sleep. I could teach other people. I'm doing it consistently as a 5. I'm not even a 5, you guys. I'm going to be honest. I am not a 5. Okay. 3s are good. 3s are strong. Dina's like, then I'm a 4. Hey, you could be a 5. I'll let you lead it. I am not a 5. I am being real with you guys. I've had a really hard time with my mindset. I've had I've had to have a come to Jesus conversation with Melissa Corvin today. All right.
But Andrea, can I just, but you said, how are we feeling, not how are we doing?
Oh, yes, I did say feeling.
So I
But
do feel like a 5 in terms of I could teach it. But when you said consistency wise, then I definitely had to scale it back because the summer has been a little more bonkers than I anticipated.
Yeah. Yeah. We all have some distractions. That's a good place for us to start tonight. Distractions are a real thing, right? If we pretend that they're not there or they don't exist, then we are kind of fooling ourselves, especially as somebody who is like trying to gear up, or we're learning, or we're implementing new things, new actions. Distractions are a real thing. This is the thing though, how we respond to those reactions and how we cope with those, or not reactions, those distractions, how we cope with them, etc. You guys, I mean, I just got told I'm being audited for the 2nd year in a row. That could be like a major distraction for me, right? We are battling somebody who was supposed to build a tiny home for us. We invested $65,000. They are filing bankruptcy. We will never see our home, and we will never see 65 grand again. That is a distraction. We struggled with getting back property access that has been in the family since the 1800s. That is a distraction. I have a pile of receipts on my table, and I needed to file an extension on my taxes because I was set to go to New York and I didn't want anything to get in the way. So I filed an extension. Cost me $50. I decided it was worth it. We're all going to have distractions. They're going to be little, like going to the park with your grandkids or having a barbecue or a birthday party or a social event. We're all going to have them. But this is the thing. Even though we all have those distractions, if we plan our time accordingly, even with some of those anticipated distractions, like I would have never known somebody was going to file bankruptcy and I would never know that I was going to be audited, right? Those were surprises. But I can plan my time so that I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to have to make some adjustments this weekend in order to start dealing with those things. But every day I have 30 minutes. Every day I go to the bathroom and pee and can real quickly go see who's commented on my post and maybe I can comment back. Oh, that's the other distraction. Facebook has decided that I can't comment on anybody's stuff. This is the third week in a row. I can't send birthday messages. I can make a post. I can do birthday things on their timeline. I can send messages very, very slowly and carefully. And I can make posts in my groups. I cannot comment on one person's, I can't even comment on my own post. So it's like the universe feels like it's against me. Who can relate? Who can relate to feeling like all the things are against me? Robin actually talked about this today. Like the devil is a thing, right? So I had to really look at like what's in my control. What can I do? What can I not do? What can I leverage? How can I show up? I can still do stories. Check. I can still make a post. Check. I can make a post in my group. Check. I can send messages to people who post something on their Facebook wall that I could go engage with them on instead of making a comment on their post. So guess what? I just went and messaged them instead of making a comment. So I found ways around it. Has it slowed things down? Absolutely. But it hasn't stopped. So the whole stop, start is really hard because every time you stop your vehicle, which is you, and you have to put your pedal on the accelerator, it's just like a car. It's going to take a little bit more effort to get that car to go than if you were in stop and go traffic and you could go 5 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour. You're at least on the accelerator a little bit. So my advice to you guys is with all the distractions, keep your pedal on your accelerator, even if it's at slow pace. And then those times where you can go a little faster, then go faster, but don't stop. That's the thing. Don't stop. And you guys are here. So that means that's okay. If you're crawling, no big deal. Can I mute you? I sure can. All right. So, we had a great regionals and, I wanted to tell you guys, Melissa and I were looking at each other across the room. My team kind of saw it because I had two people there, one from Canada and one from Nebraska. And they were laughing at me because after the fact, they were like, we saw those looks across the room between you and Melissa. The coolest thing was that Carlos was there. Our, gosh, I'm not going to say this right, but he is our director of, he helps us with our international market,
The Latino market.
but then also kind of talked about like the Philippine market. And then he just got into like, it doesn't really matter what market. He got into a checklist that works. And it looks like this.
Can't see it.
Guess what it matches? It matches our success planner almost to a T. It was so cool to see him bring this out. So the first thing is remember your why. So real quick, I want everybody to drop in the chat. What is driving you to grow this week? Why are you wanting to build a business this week? Put it in the chat. I want you guys to read mine. I'm reading yours. I want you to reread why you're building this week, and I want it to cut you to the core. It needs to almost bring you to tears. All right, now we're getting to the heart of it. It's great to say, I want to get my products paid for. That, I mean, it's great. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know who Stars is, but they are trying to join like multiple times. Are you in, Stars? Awesome. I don't know why you keep getting kicked out, sweetheart.
Andra,
Yeah.
it's Lena.
Hi, Lena.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Man, we're just dwindling, aren't we? That's okay. We're the winners. Remember that. Together, everyone achieves more. I did a paper a few years ago, and the title was Your Why. And I think that what you just said resonated to me. And like, we can say what our why is, right? But like, peel that onion back, peel it back again, peel it back again, peel it back again. Like, get to the rawness of what, you're wanting. I wanted to share really quickly. Well, and you can tell me be quiet. I'm okay with that. But I'm really struggling with, and I'm super outgoing. Like, I think you can tell, like, I'm way outgoing. But to reach out to people and to be told no it's hard for me. Like, I can look at your shirt and tell you how great you look. I can comment on something and build you up. It's that next level where I'm stuck. And I don't know if anybody else is having that problem. And I feel like I speak for the mass sometimes. And so I wanted to bring that up. If maybe you could give me some direction.
I think it's great. And we're going to get there. You are reading my mind tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
You are right on track.
Thank you.
Right on track. All right. Next thing on the sheet, describe your ideal business partner. Be specific and clear. Why are we doing this? Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, my sheet is still blank. I don't think you can see me. My sheet's blank. I know it up here, but I don't have it. Like, I did write it down. It's in my journal. My sheet's blank for a reason, but I want you to think about your ideal business partner. What do they believe in? What do you want from them? Who are they? Put some of their attributes down. Don't worry about a sentence, you guys. Don't make it pretty. Just write it down in the chat. Dina, you know what happens when Melissa's not here? I pull an audible and I just do it the way that I want to do it.
That's the teacher in you.
I have a plan. We're going to follow the plan, but it is the teacher in me. You are so right. Okay, so somebody sent me directly, which is totally fine. Outgoing, motivated, hungry for more. I want you to put it in, change like who it's sent to. You can do like a drop down menu and have it go to everyone and be more clear. What does hungry mean? I'm trying to admit people as fast as I can. Hi, Tiffany. I don't think we've ever seen you. Hello. Thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I've been here. This is my third time.
Awesome. I just didn't see your beautiful face.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Diane.
Hey, I'm reading everybody's. We've got a whole bunch of kinds of things. And what I'm seeing is like a common trend. Motivated, I'm seeing that more than a couple times. Cree is very, very clear. Single mom wants more for their daughter. Doesn't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. Christian, that goes into their beliefs. Retired teachers is like I'm honing in on somebody, but there are certain qualities that teachers have, right? I'm sure Diane's laughing at me like all the time. She's probably chuckling like, oh my God, Andrea was a teacher. She was a leader of adults because I was a principal. Dina's is very clear. Dina, question for you. How long did it take you, do you think, to know who your ideal person was? And what did you do to get really crystal clear on your person? Because if you guys read that in the chat, it's super clear.
Well, I mean, this is my 9th year with Singular. So it's taken me a good while. And I would say that in different seasons, that person has looked a little different. So it started out with someone who was wanting to lose weight like me. Someone who was, as I was very product focused, it was someone, who could benefit from Global Blend. It could be that simple, but because I want to elevate my business to a level where I can continue to help more people and I can empower them to help more people, I realized that the vision had to be beyond just me teaching them something. I wanted them to learn to teach something. But from the perspective, like when I say eternal perspective, that doesn't put the pressure. I mean, we definitely want to continue working consistently, but like God's timing is 100% built into this. So as long as I'm doing the things I need to do, I have to trust that the timing for that person, there was a reason they were put on my heart. And I have found over the years that I have people still joining me 9 years later who heard about it at the beginning, that it's just now their time. So one of my newest partners actually is exactly this person. And when I started looking more for them and just kind of acting upon, I want you on my team, God provided some of those windows of opportunity. But I really think that it comes down to looking at the bigger picture for your business and kind of understanding like Do you want, and everybody has different goals. You know, some of you might just want to have like a handful of your friends that you just do a few things with, but if you're really wanting to take it to the next level, your business will grow further and go farther with the more people you bring and teach to bring more people. And I'm still working on teaching that duplication. So it's definitely not something that just like, because I have it crystal clear, that means I'm doing everything perfectly and I'm a top performer. But it sure has given me a lot of peace knowing what I'm looking for.
Love it. And so all those things that she just said there near the end, did you catch them? It took her time. The more crystal clear, hopefully, Lena, this will help you. The more crystal clear that she was, the easier it was actually to go and talk to that person because it's really authentic and she's like talking from her heart. So I know for myself, I'm in the same position. So part of my conversation today with Melissa is go to your customers that you have really strong relationships with. They want to talk to you. They're commenting in your testimonial group. They're commenting or liking your posts on Facebook, which means they like the community. So they're already engaged there. Now go see. I wanted to like make it really hard and long. And she was like, just go ask them if they're ready to make money online with you through Zingular. I was like, what? That easy? Oh my gosh. What? Seriously, that's exactly what she said. I said, no, hold on. Can you just say that one more time, please? Go ask them if they're ready to make money online with you through Zingular. So I didn't do it with a customer because I was afraid. Yes, I still get afraid. I went though to a partner who hasn't done diddly squat for 4 months. She never has. It just wasn't the right timing. She enrolled as a partner, totally missed everything. She's 4 months in. And I asked her, are you ready to leverage your link and actually start making money online through Zingular? Yes, exclamation points all the way through. Like it was like, yes. Okay, great. Let's get on the phone. Do you have time right now? And I gave her 3 simple steps. I want you to make a list of all the clients that you have currently with your business. I don't care if it's 5 or 10 or 20. And the closest friends, family, people that you would want to talk to. When you're done with the list, let me know, and then I'll tell you what to do with the list. But we're just basically going to talk to our friends. And then I want you to go make this post, and we went and made the post together. So that was it. I didn't even have her invite to the testimonial group, actually, so I just gave her 2 steps. So my job will be to follow up. Mine is me. I want me. I want motivated self-starter, wants more for their lives than they currently have and are willing to do what it takes to get there. I'm not really that organized. People think that I am. I am, but I could be more so. Not afraid to get uncomfortable. I am still a little afraid to get uncomfortable, but I want somebody who's not afraid because that will push me too. Asks questions, asks for help, kind of looking for their next career that they can have control over. In other words, they're not really wanting to retire. They just want the next thing that they can really be in charge of and have more quality time and money in their life and enjoy, quote unquote, retirement. That's what I'm looking for. So we all have to know what we and who we're looking for, because I think then, Lena, it is easier to go have those conversations because you can be real and authentic about it. But I do have some prompts for you guys for that. Okay, number 2 on the checklist, perfect timing. He says you need to strengthen your mind and increase your business skills. You need to do personal development, some sort of daily inspiration, vision, influence, something for 15 minutes, and some form of professional development daily. It can be anything. It can be listening to a podcast. It could be watching a quick business bite on the XDC. It could be jumping into a training. It could be attending a little bit of a call. I did 4 things today for personal development, you guys, because I needed to get my mind straight. I did my personal affirmations this morning for 15 minutes through a Think Up app where I talk to myself and I tell myself my own affirmations in my voice, and they are all in an I am statement. The second thing that I did was I listened to a podcast, where it was actually a YouTube from Kimberly Olson, about an opportunity that she wanted to share and 3 things that might be missing from your business. I did all of this while I was getting ready for work. Like Dina's right now, she's doing things. Like I did all of it while I was doing things. I didn't stop everything that I did and write it down. And I just did it while I was living my life. Okay. Then I did get on a very serious call with Melissa, made sure that we were ready for tonight. And I was very selfish and got something that I needed for myself. And I watched Robin's training as a replay between going to the bank, getting my prescription, driving to and from all the places, and then finished it up when I got back home. It took me probably an hour to watch that whole training because really it's a 45-minute training, but I just did it in chunks and I'm so glad I did. And I watched Tara Tenzi, I'm going to say it wrong, on XDC about the stupid beach towel while I walked my baby while I was nanny. So I don't know, maybe that was 5 or 6 things that I did today. Because I was busy during that time anyway, I couldn't sit down and do messages. I couldn't make a call. Well, I could have done calls, but I didn't have a call. I needed to get here straight first. My point of saying that, you guys, is a lot of times we use things as obstacles or oppositions that we can't fit it in or we don't have time and nobody needs to do everything that I just did. My point of sharing that with you guys, you can all find 15 minutes. Okay, you can find 15 minutes and you need to. That's why you're here. So I'm done. I'm not going to preach to the choir. But you got to do something every single day. Then it goes into number 3. And what I was so excited about number 3, it was connect, invite, follow up. Guess what? That's the core 4. How exciting is that? It's exactly what we've been doing. So right now we're going to jump in. We're going to go get started on the core 4. We're going to do it just like it says on the check sheet. Lena, this is going to help you, I hope, and everybody else, including me. You're going to go find 3 to 5 people on social media, whatever your platform is. Mine is still Facebook, even though it's being like a jerk to me. It says to send invitations. We have an opportunity event tomorrow night. If you are just now reaching out to them and saying hello and connecting, you on the first time you talk to them, you're not going to invite them to an opportunity event. That is just weird. They're going to block you and they're going to think you're stupid. Don't do that. But those people that you've been like starting to talk to, maybe they've been liking and loving your stuff. Maybe you've gotten into you've got to have a little bit of a conversation with them before you invite them to the opportunity, but maybe you have had a little bit of conversation. But right now, all we're going to do is we're just going to go because I can at least do that. You're going to go like 3 of their posts, and you're going to do that for 3 to 5 people, and we're going to do it in 5 minutes or less. Any questions on that first task? He gives you 10 minutes to do it. Commenting is great too. 3 to 5 people, and you're going to write them down so you can keep track. All right, make sure you write them down too. I gotta do that. That might take a little bit longer, but that's okay. Let's get them written down.
The hardest part is getting through my feed that isn't Singular or Chasing Light or things so I can find.
Oh, let me tell you how to do that really fast.
Oh, see, I asked the greatest questions.
Yeah. So if you're a digital creator, you have to go down underneath the feed and you pick the two people next to each other. You might even be able to do this even if you aren't a digital creator. And then you scroll to the right and you click your friends. And then you can sort your friends by oldest friends first. If you are not a digital creator, then I don't think you have to go through that extra step. And the reason why you might want to do oldest friends first is maybe these are people that you haven't spoken to in a long time, but they were your first Facebook friends. So you might know them better than other people. And then you can, go engage with them. And it may not lead anywhere, but it could.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I got my last one.
nice.
So can I ask a question?
Please.
So are you on your phone finding your friends? Because I can't find my friends on my phone.
Yeah, I am. So, are you a digital creator or not?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Go to the underneath your feed. Do you see the house?
Yes.
Then do you see the two people?
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
And now when you first look at it, it's got a new feature. It says 536 online for me right now out of 5,000. That's what it means. I have 4,500 people who don't engage on Facebook in my friends. I need to get rid of some friends. Then you scroll over to your friends.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
then you click the sort
Okay.
by
Gotcha.
oldest friends first. I'm going to give us an
Sandra?
extra little thing. Yeah, ma'am.
Does that mean that the 500 that are active right now, or just active on like in general?
Just right now.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
one thing I do like about that is if you can track that, you can also kind of start seeing when more people are on. And if it's like as you notice the trend, not something to take away too much of your time, but if you start looking at that, then that's a good time to know like when to post when more people will see it.
You're
So
so
that's
right.
some data to kind of track. And when I do a live, I would rather wait till I have more people online that might see it than do it at like when I only have 5 people online. So just something to kind of over the next couple weeks or even a week to start looking and seeing what those numbers look like. And that might help you plan your content.
I would say that you guys want to write that little nugget down because
So where are you
One thing-
seeing the part that you can find out how many are online?
for me, when I go to my friends, the very first button on mine says 520 online. It just changed from 536 to 520. It's got a little green dot. Do you see that?
No.
Even as a digital creator, you don't see that?
Not on
Digital
my-
creator means you own it, correct?
No, we don't own anything on Facebook.
Oh, what does digital creator mean then?
Digital creator means that you have a professional dashboard you can
Mm.
start like creating such good content that Facebook at some point might reach out to you and say, hey, you've got great content. People are following you. They're, wanting to know more about what you have. We're going to pay you for your posts. As a matter of fact, guess when I started having problems with commenting and posting and everything?
When you
After I said that they could pay me.
So I don't have that, but what I did, Diane, is I went to my friends list rather than going through every, doing this and swiping up on my daily, and found people. And like you just said, like the people I was closest to or that I interact with most, which are like family members and best friends, that I went past those people that I've already spoke with and went to clicked on somebody else that I knew and that has been liking my stuff and like theirs. And then I can continue with that dialogue that you just shared.
Yes, and that's another approach. People who've liked or loved go like or love theirs back, right? Like Lena just said, and that's going to help them to see even more of your stuff. And then when you go talk to them, it's even easier because you're connecting through your posts. And when you go say, hey, I saw that post that you made the other day on blank, gosh, I'd love to know a little bit more about that, or tell me where you were, or that looked really cool, whatever. All right, we should be done with at least 3 names by now. Go ahead.
I did post a little screenshot where I circled where you see the number of people. When you click on friends, you should see it in the top. This was from my phone, so the top left corner. And Andrew, I'm so glad that you mentioned it, because it used to be how I was checking. I was going to act as if I was going live, and it would tell me how many people were on. This was a while ago. And lately, whenever I do it, it doesn't tell me anymore. So I'm very thankful to know where I find that number now, because I have been tracking it. So thank you.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's little tiny things all the time. Okay. While we are here, this is not on the checklist. However, I learned this along the way, and it is a way to get your algorithm to improve. How many of you send 10 to 20 friend requests every day? Oh boy. That needs to be on your IPA list. How do you guys? I started with 150 Facebook friends, you guys. I have 5,000. I want you to think about it this way. If you have 20, if you invite 20 people to be your friends every day and 50% of them say yes, you're now at 10 times 30. You could potentially have 300 new friends a month. Times 12 is 3,600 new friends. Did I do that right? 12, 10. Yeah, I did my math right.
Can I ask
in 1 year.
a silly question, I guess?
Yeah.
Like I try to hit the women. I try to hit the women. And then like I've added TikTok, and then all these guys message me, and so I'm block. Cause I don't even want to, I don't know. It's not entice that, but just, it makes me feel yucky, to be honest. Like, why would you think I would even answer you? That's how it makes me feel. So it doesn't matter. I did notice, because I have gone like 5, maybe 10 in a day. And I did notice that a different, remember I had this conversation before a couple of weeks ago, that a different realm of people are coming up. And so, yes, what you're saying is true. You're the girl.
Okay.
You're the girl.
Okay. So do you guys see her screenshot in the chat? If not, I can share my screen so you can see it. But underneath your friends, while you're here, at the top, it says, now if you're a digital creator, it looks different. But if you're not, and it says friend requests, and then you click see all, and maybe Dina, you can even show us this. You click see all, and you're going to see all of the friend requests, but I have none. I have no new requests, people asking me to be their friends. That is a problem. I should have people asking me. I just have the weird men too. For me, next to where it says friend request, there's 3 dots. Dina, do you see those 3 dots? If you do, click those 3 dots. And at the bottom, you're going to see view sent requests. Do you guys see that?
Mhm.
Click it. That's all right, Cree. We're going to help you out. And what comes open are all the requests that you've sent out forever. You only want to have the last 1 month's friend request sent out. You want to cancel everyone else. It's slowing your algorithm down. So you're literally going to go in right now and you're going to clean up all of those sent requests to people who've never seen your friend requests and they didn't accept it. Take a deep breath. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. I just told you guys I have nobody requesting to be my friend except for the weird men. There's nothing wrong with me. I got to work a little bit differently on my posting. I got to post more often or something. I got to fix it up. So Cree, once again, when you're seeing your friend requests, I'm going to stop my blur the background so you can see it. Oh,
We might be here all night.
nah. You're just going to start it, but now you know what to do.
Goodness.
I can't do it, and I don't think it's going to show you guys very good on the
I
computer.
had 2-year-old requests.
All right, clean
Me
that
too.
stuff out, sister.
Me
Get it
too.
rid of it. Get rid of it.
Okay, Andrea, I want to just tell you what I've got on mine. Mine just says
Yeah.
42 online, friend requests, and then your friends is what's showing
Okay,
on.
so
mine.
below it, do you see a little tiny link, a little tiny blue link that says, no, click friend requests. That's fine. Click where it says friend requests.
Okay.
It might be blank, but if there's people that requested your friendship, not right now, but later, you're going to want to accept those friend requests and send them a message saying, hey, thanks for sending me friend requests. I can't wait to connect with you online. I love making new friends. All right,
Okay.
there it is. So, but next to the word friend request, do you see 3 little dots, Cree?
Yes.
Click it.
Okay.
At the bottom is a pop-up that says view sent requests. Click that.
Okay.
Those are all the people that you have sent requests out to be friends with them.
Okay. And just go through there and cancel all that out.
All the way to the bottom and start working your way up. We're not
Okay.
going to finish it tonight. You guys are going to write it down as a task. You're going to finish it tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But that is something that will help clear out your algorithm. You don't want any more than 1 month's worth in that space. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next. Post on social media, 1 story or reel or post of your everyday life. And then it says 1 post of the benefits of the products that you use and another post on entrepreneur. I'm gonna put my little spin on it. I personally think that if you can do 3 posts a day, that's great. 2 is really good. And if all you can get is 1, that's okay too. But just know you are getting less exposure. This is something that I'm working on. Kind of goes back to what Dina said. If you could do 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. I used to do 1 morning, lunch, and evening. What I disagree with, you guys, is if you do a post on the product and you do a post on the business in the same day, I think it can kind of confuse your audience. And I would want you to stick with the types of posts that we've been learning from Bob. Do you guys remember them? Connection, which is your lifestyle post, letting them know about you, your values, something fun with your grandkids. That's that lifestyle post. The second one is a value post, something that you're sharing, something that's a tip, a recipe, some sort of education, but I think sometimes they're getting a little too long and we might need to shorten them up so more people read them. And maybe instead of doing like 3 tips, do 1 and elaborate on the 1 tip and how you use the 1 tip. And how it's helped you or how it's helped a customer, how you've helped other people to use that tip so that they have had success. But don't mention your products and don't necessarily mention like DM me if you want to know more, but you could say, share this with a friend if you think this tip is going to help someone. Like, shareable content will get more people to become your followers. When I was having more shareable content, I got more followers.
Can you
And
repeat
then,
that?
yeah, it's the same thing that we've had in all of our Google Docs, Cree. It's and it's okay. I just want you to know where to find it, right? So it's at the top of our Google Doc. It's the connection content. You're connecting with someone, just your life.
Mhm.
And they don't have to be all long. People get tired of reading really long ones. So I've been trying to do more shorter ones. Value, where you're giving a suggestion, a recipe, a tip, something like that. The third one is the proof content.
Mhm.
If you have proof, a testimonial every single day, you are going to turn people off. And I'm going to tell you what we heard at the retreat. And then the other one would be an invitation, which usually is more of like your business post, right? You're showing what that's done for you, but you can do a connection post on something with, your lifestyle and allude to your business and not necessarily invite somebody to talk to you about what you're doing. And that's still a connection post because it's a lifestyle. Okay.
Mhm.
So the reason why I say I kind of disagree with him is just all the things that I've learned. If you're getting ready for an opportunity event, my post tonight, when we get done here, will be on business. And really, I'm going to go into my stories on it and probably go live. I'm going to do a couple days, like leading up to the retreat. I did like 5 or 6 days worth of different posts that alluded to more business and partner and things like that. Now I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to do a little bit more on product, and I'm going to do that like product recipes, dripping that kind of stuff in because I'm getting ready to invite people, customers, to do a 30-day August Summer Sizzlin Slim Down for 30 days. And I want to increase my enrollments on product. Yes, they can enroll as a partner, but I got to get some enrollments. And yes, I am shooting for my beach towel, but I need 3 partners. So because I did 5 or 6 days worth on business type-ish posts, people already know that if they go back and look at my feed. And so now I can kind of talk more about wellness, gut health, results, things like that. They're going to know that they're tied together. So I guess what I'm just saying is don't beat yourself up if you can't do more than 1, but 1 is the bare minimum. That has to be done every single day. And if you can do 2 or 3, that is even better. If you want, like what Dina said, if you're really wanting to grow a business, then you really should be doing 2 or 3. I've gotten lazy. I'm getting out of my rut. So that's where I asked the question. We did a 14-day, and I said did in past tense because it should be done. A 14-day content challenge where it was given to you. The flow was, the format was given to you, the ideas were given to you. You just needed to use them to go write your own posts and put your own spin on it. We created 5 or 6 together. And then you guys were supposed to fill in the gaps. I want to know where you're at. And you got to be honest. Did life get in the way? Did you do some of them? Did you freeze up? Like, where are we at with our 14-day content challenge? I'm not your boss. I'm here to like encourage all of us to stay on track with this checklist because this is the success checklist. And we want to use content that's going to attract people, but we don't want to be so frozen by doing the content that we do nothing or that we think it's not good enough or we overthink it and we just don't do any of it at all. Dina, feel free to jump in here. Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
gosh, I
Andrea.
just,
Go ahead.
sorry, I just saw the best post that just made me want to call my friends up.
Were you, and I, of course, right when you asked me to jump in, it was,
Oh,
someone was asking me a
Just
question here.
content, just making posts and not overthinking it, but being yourself. I mean, you just have really great content, and we had that content challenge. You've been through the 10-day social media, the 14-day challenge. You know, you've gone through all of it with us, not just once, but like 2 or 3 times. So what would you say about how to leverage that and not get frozen by it or worry that you're doing it wrong, but just use it as an opportunity to have a guide of posting and being consistent?
Thank you for recapping. Sorry about that.
No,
So
it's fine.
what I would recommend is definitely not to get intimidated by it. And I will say, even when I first looked at the 14-day challenge, it wasn't so much that I've never posted content like that. Sometimes I get frozen because it's almost like, if you think about when you get an assignment from a teacher to read a book, and then you're like, I don't want to read the book, but I will read 20 other books because I love reading, but someone told me to do it. So that was kind of the feeling I got when I initially looked at it. And so that froze me up. And it drives me nuts about myself because I love the creative content part. But what really I have been doing consistently over the years is just trying to post something that is valuable to me every single day. If it's valuable to me, then my people are going to like it because that's the authenticity of it. I want someone to be able to look at my post and be able to know who I am. And I can't tell you how many people have surprised me. Like, you know, you eventually can see some of these virtual people in real life when you're at the grocery store or, and actually I met someone at Texas Tech in a totally different state when I was taking my son to college just to check it out. And she was like, oh, you're from Facebook. You're my friend from Facebook. And so we had never met in person. I didn't have a lot of connection with her, but she knew so much about me because I was just posting things that were authentic to myself. So what I would encourage you to do, and what I did actually my first time with, if you haven't done hardly any of the 14 days stuff, I would go through and I would pick the one that makes you feel happiest, like that you could post on. Because really what it is that you're posting something that has value, that means something about you. So if you haven't started that, just go through and pick one. Don't feel like you have to follow every single one. Now, if you do, you might get better results. Bob kind of knows what he's talking about, but you can always go back and start from day one again and go through. So I see some familiar things up on the screen there, Andrea.
She's just showing her life, you guys. She's had some birthdays. I'm going to show this one. Butter in a heated glass hack, because sometimes you decide to bake on a whim and you need butter to soften quickly without liquefying it in the microwave. This is brilliant. She decided to stay up a bit later to make a low carb dessert for tomorrow that I could check it off my list, but it was past my bedtime. I filled my glass with warm water, heated it in the microwave, carefully dumped out the water. Have you ever tried this trick before? What's on your menu? That was clever. So clever. I love it.
Well, you know,
Creative.
when I scroll through groups, you know, I do love that new feature that Facebook puts groups that they think you would like in your feed. And so sometimes I'll see a cool tip. Like that was a tip that I've never actually done until that night. But I screenshot it and I put it in a little album of ideas to post quick, especially when I don't know what to post about. So, but I like DIY. I love the Lord. I love my family and I love Singular. So hopefully that's what people see when they look at my post.
That's awesome. So we're very different because mine is going to look different. My point of sharing these with you guys, and then we're going to move on, is I'm just like everyone else. I still overthink crap. I'm just going to be very honest. I briefly mentioned my product in this one. This one, I was tired. I told you guys mentally I was having a big block and I was like, I am not putting my face on Facebook today. I need a break. But I got this cute cup. I didn't mention why I got the cup or that I got it from a friend. I mean, I totally could have. But I try to lift people up and give them some positive words of affirmation for themselves. I drip in that I use affirmations. I encourage people to know that they're worthy, that they're worth something, because honestly, people don't get told that enough. That's something that you can count on when you come to my wall, like once a week. I'm going to give you something to be kind to yourself. And there's a new phrase actually. It's be kind to my friend Andra. Be kind to my friend Diane. Be kind to my friend Lena. Be kind to my friend Dina and Lynette. We are so kind to others, but are you kind to yourself? But do you guys see what I put in the background? There is a bag of lean, and I used portrait mode on my camera because it automatically blurs what's in the background, but shows you what's in the foreground. It's just a little social media trick that we learned this weekend. Okay. This was a picture. I got a challenge and I was like, I'm doing a reel every single day. I have to do a reel today. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I will do a reel. It's a still photo with a trending audio that I did through Instagram, and I posted it, and I'm obviously sharing with my audience that I'm struggling. I'm not really telling them what I'm struggling about, but I'm a real human. I am struggling. And I'm just trying to say, hey, let's just push through the tough stuff so we can get to the good stuff. I had to go ask for help to comment on my post. If you guys are not asking your team to help comment and you're in a team chat, get out of your comfort zone and start asking your friends to help comment, just to boost your algorithm, to make you feel better, give you some confidence. Okay. So my point is with this is you really need to be posting on social media. Now we're going to jump into this last little bit. What I loved about his checklist was that 4 of the 5 things are all on hunting, reaching out, messaging. So it was first to identify the 3 to 5 people that you want to connect with, make your post, and he's got 10 minutes for that. You guys, that's not 10 minutes to write it. That's 10 minutes to post it. So remember, you got to write it out or think about what you want the night before, get yourself kind of going. Send messages to all the people who interact with your posts or videos. Thank you for the love or support. So that's been our authentic outreach. I want to show you guys real quick what I did. I actually created a spreadsheet because I just couldn't any longer do it on paper. I needed something technologically inclined that I could look at. It's not going to mean a whole much to you guys, but it's the same what's at the top from our success planner. It's similar to what we got from Carlos, but it is more specific because I know what kind of engagement. Then when I go talk to them, what's their problem? Do they want help? And what am I going to do next? So we are going to go to your content, not on just your connection content, but on your content that you dripped something in there, a little bit about Singular, product, business, something. And you guys, if you didn't do that in the last 3 days, then you know that that's something you need to do tomorrow for your content. But if you did, like, I'm not going to go talk to anybody about this one. Maybe on this one, because I talked about crushing my cravings and boosting my energy on a day when I'd like to have burger and fries. So I'm being real with my audience, right? Like, I'm a real person. I still want junk food. You're going to go find all those likes and loves. And I'm not going to go tell my customers thank you. Well, I am, but for a different reason. But I am going to go find my prospects that are in here. And I'll be honest with you guys, there's only like 2 or 3. So right now we're going to take 10 minutes, go to your most recent post, go send them an authentic message telling them thank you for liking or loving their post, and ask them how they've been. If you know how they've been, then say that. If you see something in their content you want to reference it. Okay. So, and then document it. If you're documenting on a piece of paper, great. I'm documenting this way because that works for me. Remember, I'm not your boss. I'm your guide. You guys have to find what works for you. But the thing is, you got to do it. So I'm going to stop sharing. We're going to take a few minutes. We got to get in the habit of doing these things. And that's why we're walking through this checklist tonight, because you've got to get in the habit. How much more time do you guys want? 1 more minute? All right, guys. So you should have gotten a couple of those sent out. The next thing on here is on this checklist anyway, is to invite prospects 3 to 5 people who follow you or have liked you to a product or some sort of or they've liked your product or business post to like a sip and see or some sort of a Zoom. So we have this opportunity Zoom. Lena, I don't want your question to go unanswered tonight. So this is a really great time to talk about it. I've actually recently been sending out some messages. They're really similar to what I'm helping my downline send these messages. They're really similar to what is in Bob's scripts. So the one thing I want everybody to make sure that they know where to find is if you go to boards and you go to the New Rising Stars and you go to Authentic Outreach. This is going to be people that have, maybe liked or loved a business post or a product post. And I know most of you in here probably, it's an assumption I'm making, you might be making more product posts than business posts, but I mean, I could be wrong. Can you guys just raise your hand if you've done a business post in the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, anything at all where you've talked about the community or how is it helping you to have fun with your family or go on a trip or do something extra special that you haven't been able to do before? Those are business posts. Anybody?
Can you elaborate a little bit more on why they're business posts?
Because you're dripping in what Zingular has given to you as an opportunity through the opportunity, not your health, not your wellness, not your weight loss, not your gut health, but we know that we have 4 pillars with our business. We have the health side of it. Check. Then we have community, travel, and money. And then we have time. all from the business. That's 4 areas that you can be talking about in your posts, stories, and lives. And if you're not, people aren't going to ever see you as someone that can help them with those 4 things.
I had somebody post they wanted to travel more and I told them to DM me and I'm inviting them tomorrow if that counts.
That counts. So DMing you is great. I'm assuming you've gone and had a message with them,
Oh yeah,
right?
we've been
Yeah.
doing this back and forth with each other.
Yeah. So just to clarify, right, you would say to them, oh, I'd love to talk to you more about travel. I'll send you a quick message.
Mm. So
You
everybody
take
else can read
control.
it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And when you do 4 words or more as a comment on Facebook, then Facebook says this post is more important. I'm going to let more people see it.
Okay.
So you would want to take the driver's seat and go message them. I mean, you've been back and forth, but let's just say it was somebody you've never talked to before.
Yeah.
You would want to go. Okay. So, this has been this message of sending out to people. Again, like I said, you're not going to want to go send this message necessarily to somebody you've never liked their posts or liked their stories, or, it's not going to be something out of the blue, right? But if you have people that you've been talking with back and forth and you want to invite them to the opportunity event, this is a quick message that I gave my downline to try. Sorry, I got to find it. This is from their list. This came from Whitney Houston at the retreat this weekend. And I can always put it into our chat, but it's basically, hey, you've been on my mind lately with this is what I shared with her as an idea to say. Hey, you've been on my mind lately with all the changes that are happening around us, because it was like right after the politics and everything. You're so good at juggling life and a hard worker. And I know we've both always are looking for a way to make some extra cash and have more time to spend with family. In just a few short months, I've been able to help women just like you and me 10x their income. I love your hustle and heart for helping others and really think you'd be good at what I do. Would you be open to visiting what I do? Now that's somebody brand new on their list. Whitney had it much shorter. She used the sandwich method and was like, hey, so-and-so, it's been a while since we've chatted. Or you want to use the compliment method. So you'd compliment them on something that that they're really good at. Maybe it's something that's been in their posts. I love your content. Your social media is great. I just love how you share, things about your family and your values. And it just seems like you love life. I am looking for women just like you and me who love to spend time with their families, have a heart for others, but want more for their families than maybe what they currently have. I love your heart for, your family. And I just think you'd be really good at what I do. Would you be open to visiting? Would you be open to taking a look at what I do? And usually they come back with, well, what do you do? Because maybe they haven't seen your content. And then she just said, I get people started with their own business for $50 plus their products. Products are for health and wellness. If you're coachable, it can change your life. If it doesn't work for you, this is really crazy. This is really what she says. If you're coachable, it can change your life. If it doesn't work for you, you just stop ordering products. Literally nothing lost. Sound like something you want to know more about and take a look. That was Whitney Houston, who, it's just short and to the point and direct. Now it feels kind of weird to me because I don't really talk like that. So for me, I would want to kind of change it up a little bit to fit me a little bit better. But if you've got someone that, commented, liked, or loved a post, you could literally send them a message just like what Bob has. And in our boards, there is, under the hot leads comments, if it was for business, you could say, hey, thanks so much for taking the time to come on my host today. I'm curious, When it comes to travel, what are you currently doing for yourself outside of what you do for work to make sure that you and your family can take all your trips? That, like, because then you're getting it started. You're asking them, what are you doing? How are you doing it? But what we heard at the retreat was it's okay to be a little bit more direct. And like Melissa said, for customers, it's, hey, you love the products, you're doing great, you order every month, you're super engaged in our groups. I love that you comment on my posts. I'm curious, are you ready to start making money online with me through Zingular? And Dina's like nodding her head. Is she driving? So basically that is the next little thing. It's inviting them to an opportunity event. So if they say, well, yeah, I'm open to taking a look. Great. We have an opportunity event tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a short, quick, Zoom. You can watch it in your jammies on the couch if you want to. And you're going to just hear from some different people that I've partnered with that are going to tell a little bit more about it. And then we can connect after the Zoom and I can answer more of your questions. And then after the Zoom, you actually send them, you start a group chat. You connect, you can go back in. Hey, did you get to watch the Zoom? No, I didn't get to watch it. No worries. Let me send you the recording. Do you think you can watch the recording tomorrow? I'd love to connect with you. Like you're making another appointment from an appointment. So it's constantly following up. And then when they say, yeah, I did get to watch the Zoom, great. I can't wait to hear more about what you think. Tell me what stood out to you. Don't just say, tell me what you thought. What are your thoughts? It's too general. What stood out to you? What did you like most? Was it the travel, the money, the community, the time flexibility? What was it that really resonated with you? Because as soon as they say the community, it just seems like everybody's so positive, then that's their hook. That's what they want to know more about. If they say money, and great. What kind of income would you like to do without impacting your current job? What kind of money would you like to create without impacting your current work? That's something that Melissa Adams, Cynthia Evans, Lori Ulrich has asked over and over again. So you got to find out what their why is, like what was it that really resonated with them? And if you ask just the general, what did you think? You're not going to find that out. You need to give them prompts. And then when they say the money or whatever, then that's where you reach out to your upline and go, I have somebody who watched the Zoom or watched the recording. This is what they said they want to know more about. What do I do now? What do you think they're going to tell you guys to do? Three-way call, three-way chat. That's right. Great. Let's get them on the phone. So what I always tell my people, because my schedule is crazy, I say to them, I want you to say, I would love to get on the phone and chat some more about this. Let me check my calendar. But first, what works better for you tomorrow morning, afternoon, or evening? What works better? And obviously you only give choices that work good for you. You're designing this around your business, your life. Okay. So you give them options, they pick and choose, or you go to your upline and say, when are you available? And then I will give some choices. The two of us, like we coordinate first, and then you go give them options to your prospect. Hey, I have time blank or blank, which one works best for you? You set the appointment and then you get on a call and your upline is on the call with you. I was so excited to talk to you about what stood out to you from the Zoom. I invited my friend Melissa to hop on the call with us because she's been doing this for 8 years, blah, 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 blah. Talk to your upline. They'll tell you how to introduce them. So we are going to get brave, all of us. It is 8 o'clock. You can get off if you want to, but I'm going to go invite some people to the opportunity event because I haven't had the time to go do that yet. You want to get off the call? I'm not going to be upset. You get off the call whenever you need to get off the call. But there is an opportunity event tomorrow. It is at 8 o'clock. If they say, sure, no problem, I'll pop the Zoom link into our Rising Stars chat so you can grab it just in case you guys don't have it. And then that way you can give the link. The way how I got it is I went and searched it on Robin's group and I just typed in opportunity and it popped up and I found it.
Everyone have a good night. Thank you so much, Andra. I really appreciate your time.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Dina.
I wish you guys luck for the week. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
So if you guys want to do those real fast, you can. If you need to get off, you can get off. Like I said, I'm not going to be upset or anything. I'm just working and want to get it done while I'm here with everybody.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, what if I don't feel that I have, when it comes to business, when it comes to the business,
Mhm.
I don't feel that I'm at a point to let people know that this really is a business. I mean, I haven't made any money. I guess that's what and so I don't know what to say as far as, hey, do you want to join me for the business? And they ask, well, how much have you made? And when I have to say, I haven't made anything yet. So how do you handle that?
Okay. So first of all,
Or do I just need to work on getting customers?
no, I mean, it's a combination, right? Because honestly, it would be better if your customer was a partner
Right,
because Diane, that's how you're going to make more money.
right.
Right.
I understand that.
Right. So let's just role play real quick. You're going to ask me that question. I'm going to pretend I haven't made any money yet. Okay. We're going to role
So
play.
if I said, hey, Andra,
Hold on. No, I'm going to be prospecting you and you're
Okay.
going to say what you think your prospects will say. Okay. And I'm going to
okay.
pretend that you liked or loved one of my posts. We're just going to role play because this is what helps. Hey, Diane, thank you so much for liking my post the other day when I was in Texas. Wow, it was so great. And we had a lot of fun. I really appreciated you sending me some love my way. I'm really curious though, is making money online something that you've thought about? Is that something that you would like to take a look at?
So I say, yes, that sounds interesting.
Great. We have an opportunity event tomorrow night. Do you want to know more about what I do?
Sure.
Ask the question that you were going to
Oh,
say that.
okay. Well, how much money do you make?
You know, it's great. You can actually make up to about $1,000 in your first 30 days. Sometimes people will make about $500. Everyone's a little bit different. If you're coachable and we work together on this, I can actually help you put at least $200 in your pocket, totally recoup, you know, the little investment. I wouldn't even say that. I would say I can help you put at least $200 in your pocket in about 30 days, but it can be 500 or even more.
So what if they come back and say, but how much have you made?
Well, you know, I
Or
don't
do you
really
just
want to
not worry
share
about that?
exactly. No, I would say, you know what? I don't really want to share exactly what I've made because I wouldn't want you to think that what I've made is what you're going to make.
Oh, okay.
And so, you know, there is a wide range. You could make I mean, honestly, it's whatever you put into it, right? So you could make as little as $50 in a month, but I don't know about you, $50 is great because then I could actually maybe go out to dinner with my family,
Yeah.
spoil my grandkid, you know, but really it's you know it's limitless opportunity. I mean, I don't want to scare you or anything, but the person that we're going to hear talk tomorrow night is easily creating well above $5,000 a month.
Oh,
She's a
interested in
5 to
hearing
6.
more.
Yeah. So I never answer the question.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Thank you
that's
for,
the truth, right? Like this month is a low month for me. If I say to somebody, you know, I make $5,000 a month, well, there's some truth to that, but there's some untruth to that
right.
too. And I'm paid on my efforts. So that's actually the best answer. Well, you're paid on your efforts. Whatever you put into it, you're going to get out of it. And it's a limitless opportunity, and you can get paid 8 different ways. Would you like to learn more about how you could get paid 8 different ways, even get free travel? And we have a great community. Would you like to take a look at that?
Yes. Okay. So I understand what you're coming from now. I appreciate that. I'm glad I asked the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Because that's
You
one of,
want it, you're,
that's one of
you're
my,
building the vision, right? The dream,
Okay.
you're building the dream, the vision, the opportunities, the possibilities. Dina, would you say anything different?
No, I really love how you broke that down, Andra. And Diane, I would also just encourage you that for people that own their own full-blown business, it can cost thousands, even hundreds of $1,000s to start up your own thing. And I mean, we basically have a business in a box for $50 plus whatever your products are. So you are the owner of a business, even if you have not made money. You are an owner of a business that has not incurred an incredible amount of debt to get started, where you're starting way behind. So just kind of keep that in mind, that as you're going, like, you're already leaps and bounds ahead of a traditional business owner. I heard somebody talking about opening a donut and ice cream store shop on their own in the airport. And they were talking about how it's really not that big of an investment. I only have to take out like $35,000 to get started. And when I was listening to that, I thought, okay, like, when a business-minded person is not going to think that $50 plus your product is really a bad thing, you know? And so just kind of know you're already ahead of the game. And I know one thing someone said to me too is like, are you going to base your business off of how mine go? Like, when you get married, do you say, well, I'm going to see how your marriage works out for you before I decide to get married? No, like, you either want a business or you don't. So it doesn't have to, it should never be based off of how successful you are being in the moment. It's whether this person wants to take the opportunity and run with it. So I love that, Andra.
I have a business call, you guys, so I have to hop off. It's been great to work with you guys. I'll see you in a week, and I hope to see you on the opportunity event tomorrow night with a guest.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Andra.
you.
Bye, ladies.